Welcome back, because of course they're coming back. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Getting Together podcast. My name is Jeremy Brinkerhoff. I'm one of the hosts of this podcast and broadcast, and we are really excited to have someone with us today. And this is like what we're all about, being here at the porch for community and coffee and conversation. And we have an impromptu guest, which is what we love. So this is what we're here for. Come on down at 10 o'clock on Monday mornings. This is when we film, and we just have a good time. And today we are going to be talking to Brandon Eubanks.
Yes.
But this is my co-host,
Raylene Challinor. Hello, welcome back. Yes, so if you do come and join us on a Monday at 10 and you're walking by, I'm just saying you may get pulled in because sweet Brandon here was just like hanging out, and we said, hey, want to jump in, do an interview? It was going to be just Jeremy and I today.
Yes.
But we realized we weren't really in the mood for that.
No, you didn't want what we were going to hand out today.
No,
so we
not
pulled
good.
someone else into our circle.
We did, yes. I'm so glad. So thank you. For being willing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to have to come closer.
Closer?
I mean, he's wonderful with the editing, but he can only do so much.
All right.
There you
How's
go.
that? Is
That's
that
a
good?
little
And
too
we're
close.
not super scary.
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay. So tell us who you are, what you do, why you're here.
Brandon Eubanks.
Yes.
One day
Good.
I'll rule the world. Maybe
One day you
presidency.
will. Oh,
Presidency.
okay.
Yeah, excellent.
Hey,
So
why
somebody's
not?
got to do it, right?
Well, whatever.
At
Go
least we're on
ahead.
the ground level.
Give it a try.
Okay. Here I am.
So we don't have that many subscribers
So,
yet.
No,
But
yeah,
But
that's right.
It is a good place to start.
Yeah.
I think we were going to talk about mountain biking at some point. Chain
Well,
events.
and how you ended up in Prescott, because this is a podcast about Prescott and the people in it, and we
Yeah.
love Prescott. So
I
how'd you
consider
end up
myself
here?
a native at this point. I've been
You
here
do?
about 20 years.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I've been 20 years. Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
morning.
They know us.
Hey.
I have fans everywhere.
That's right.
I don't know who to look at. but
Just
can go
kind of
this way.
all of
Just-
us.
just
yeah.
be cool.
Yeah.
Just engage
Yeah,
us.
we have
It's
very
all
friendly
wonderful.
fans. Very friendly. I'm just going to do this.
So yeah,
Yeah,
you
so
can
20
just,
years.
There you go.
It makes me even more nervous.
Years, does it, to be up and close?
Right.
Just don't spit on it.
Okay. Yeah, anyways, 20 years.
So what
Came
brought you here?
Yeah.
So I was traveling. So when I was a kid, I lived like a gypsy.
Really?
So I traveled. Yeah, I lived out of my truck.
Okay. So
Yeah.
kid meaning
What do you
like
mean when you were a kid?
16, 18? Okay.
Yeah, 18, 20.
So not like 13.
Yeah,
You didn't like
traveled all
steal
over
some
the
guy's
place.
tractor.
What kind
just
of
like-
truck?
raft guiding and all craziness.
Okay.
Tundra.
A Tundra.
Tundra.
That's
yeah,
a Toyota, right?
Yep. Full size.
Toyota
Yep.
Tundra.
Yep.
Tundra.
Yeah.
You packed it up.
Well, actually, the further back than that has C10, 1971 C10 long bed.
Whoa.
It was amazing.
That is cool.
It was me and my German Shepherd
Okay.
riding passenger seat. Yeah.
Oh, what was your German Shepherd's name?
Blue.
Oh, that's a great
Yeah.
name. Me and my
Yeah.
dog, Blue.
My dog
In your
Blue.
truck. Do you listen to country
Yeah,
music at
no,
all, Brandon?
but the funny story about that is I have a picture of me with a cowboy hat.
Yes.
And I used to play him harmonica as we would drive.
Oh,
As
come
you would drive,
on.
did you
Yeah.
have to have like
It was a
little
single
stand
cab,
here,
so he
or
was like this big 110-pound dog in the passenger
That's
side.
so great.
Yeah, it's cool.
and you play harmonica
Wow.
while you're driving.
Yeah,
So I'm trying
I
to
would.
picture what
Yeah,
this
I
actually
wish
looks
we
like.
had an harmonica
Seriously,
now.
me and play
Yeah, of course.
just so you can play harmonica for
Yeah,
Blue.
for sure. Yeah.
Okay, good.
It was
All
super
right, so
fun. Yeah. It was
and
good
Feeling
days,
safe.
good days.
where did
Feeling-
We
Blues
still have good
where
days.
did Blues Clues lead you?
Yes, Blues Clues.
All over the place. Texas,
And where did you start?
Nashville.
What was home before
California.
then?
Southern California.
Southern California.
Southern,
Yep.
where?
Yep. Camarillo, California.
Oh,
So
that's a nice
we're talking like
part.
surf area, like
Yeah, it's kind
close
of
to the
Yeah,
beach.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
it's pretty
is.
close to the beach.
yeah.
Yeah.
Camarillo. Yeah. We're, I'm Southern, Long Beach.
Yeah. It's real
I'm
close.
central.
You're central,
Visalia.
Yeah.
No
Yes.
surfing.
So we're
No.
all Californians.
Cow tipping.
Well,
And we actually have
there's a
viewers
difference,
in Arizona.
really. We do.
Oh,
yes, because
but-
they're all
Okay.
Californians.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
We're all
Yeah,
here
right.
now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
It's growing every day.
Arizona.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
But I am a California person that has transplanted and acknowledges I do not want Arizona to change. So there's a difference in us Californians.
Huh.
There
That's
is.
a-
There's
It will
something.
change though. Inevitably, everything changes.
Thank you for that.
That's convenient.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I like it the way it is, and so there you go.
But that's an impossibility, right?
It's impossible for
no,
that to change.
You can't.
you guys are bringing me down.
Well,
Debbie
the real question
Downers.
is,
We just
will
want
it change?
positive change.
A positive change. That was what I was gonna
Okay,
say.
but
Yeah.
see, then that's relative because everybody thinks their change is the positive one.
Which is
True.
again what we were thinking. Like
Yeah.
I come here,
Yeah.
hey, I'm bringing a better change for Prescott.
Yeah.
Is that what
And
you
then
thought?
other people, they're not bringing their better selves.
No.
But I
Yeah.
brought my better self.
You did.
I bettered
Okay,
this
so
place.
you're Californian, and then you graduate. I'm assuming from high school. I
Yep.
just assumed.
Yep.
Packed up the truck.
Yeah, I wanted to get out of there.
Okay.
Okay.
And you just wanted to have an adventure.
I followed a girlfriend to Colorado.
There
at
it
first.
is.
Okay.
There
And
it
then we
is.
broke up a month later. That's how it goes.
Wow. Yeah. And Colorado, full of
Yeah.
adventure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you started doing some river guiding and things
No,
in
not yet.
Colorado
That was
or
later.
no?
I started building
okay.
houses at first.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
because you had to pay
Yeah.
the bills,
Yeah,
live
which,
somewhere.
which pays off. You know, I've built a lot of things along my travels. So as I travel, I get a job where I'm at, you know, and work for a few months, do that thing. I built veterinary equipment. I did granite countertops. I did all kinds of different
wow.
things. So
Wow.
as you build all these different things, you pick up different skills
Yeah.
along
Yeah.
the way.
For
And so I
sure.
feel kind of blessed that happened because now I can build a lot of different things.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really good. No,
That
those
is-
are important skills to have. And
Yes.
honestly, like even over the weekend, I have a 16-year-old son and a 9-year-old son, and I'm thinking like, how am I need to be more intentional because I'm watching the 16-year-old. I'm like, man, there's some skills that like I just assumed.
Yeah.
But I never got called into those from my dad. So like I really should have been more aware
Yeah.
and just those kinds of things of just being able to build and
Yep.
work with your hands because it does serve you throughout
Oh.
all kinds of different areas.
Boys,
It's not just one thing.
As a wife, my husband, his name is Andy, so
Yeah.
he's Handy Andy.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he
Not handy Manny.
he can build.
Well, Manny.
You have a 9-year-old. He can build anything. He has, I mean, rebuilt engines, built
Yeah.
homes. Yeah, and it saved us thousands of dollars.
For sure.
no
it does.
doubt.
Yeah.
And
no
it's
doubt.
also just very attractive. It's very attractive when a man can just, you know, I don't know, be handy.
It's a sense of being taken care of, I think.
It really is.
you know,
Yeah,
I think
I
every
agree.
man, there should be apprenticeships. Like there used to be apprenticeships,
Yes,
and we don't do
I
that
agree.
anymore.
No.
You know, we should still have apprenticeships, and we
You know
don't.
really
who's
cool.
really behind that? Mike Rowe. Are you guys familiar with him?
Yeah, Micro's awesome.
He's really behind that, you know, it's more trade schools and, you know, not
Not
that we
everyone
do
needs
away.
college.
Yeah, not
Right.
that we do away with that. But I mean, we're kind of examples of we're not using
No.
our degrees.
No, not at all.
So
Not even a little bit.
I mean, how many people go through college, get a degree, and then get out of college and they do something else?
it's
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that was
Their
both of
degrees
our
and
yeah,
stories for sure.
that's our story.
That's like, so many people. I
Oh
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you have this mountain of debt.
Yes.
You don't have a way to pay it off.
Now you
No.
talk about a trade school. How many people go to a trade school for something and end
And
up
they-
in that exact
Oh,
career,
yeah.
They
and they
use
have
it.
experience,
Yes.
and they get a job right away because they're already in that trade. Through that
Absolutely.
school.
And most of them are essential. I mean,
Yeah, no
they're
doubt.
they're working no
No
matter
doubt.
what's going on with the economy or whatever. So
So then
yeah.
kind of back to your adventure and all these
Yeah.
different things. Was there sort of one particular area that you were proficient in, or like were you a skier first, or were you kind of that just kind of everything,
I
a
spent
little bit of
as
everything?
a snowboarder.
Okay,
I worked at Copper
snowboarder.
Mountain.
Okay.
Represent.
Nice.
And it was
and
fun.
I think we
lived
talked
in
about
Leadville,
Wisconsin
Colorado.
too,
Leadville.
right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
lived in
Weren't you in-
Wisconsin for
yeah.
a while. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's
Leadville's
not-
the highest country in our town, in our highest town in our country.
Leadville. Where is
10,200
that?
feet. It's Colorado.
Is it really?
yeah, not Wisconsin.
It's just outside
No.
of Denver. Yeah.
Wow.
It has a highest
Leadville.
airport, golf course.
Oh man.
That
cool. Yeah.
I had the privilege of living in Durango for a year. I think it was about a year, and you know, I had come from, I think at that point, from Wisconsin to Durango, and I'm like, altitude is a thing.
It is
It
real.
Oh, yeah.
really affects, and I had no idea.
Oh yeah.
But
very true.
it was a little rough there at the beginning, so I can't even imagine 10,000 feet.
Yeah, 10,200, and that's where people live.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really dry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So high
Bloody
desert.
noses all the
I
time.
was gonna say it's got to
Yeah.
do something to your system.
Yeah, but I was young too, so I was kind of,
Yeah.
you're impervious when you're young.
That's right.
That's a big
It just
word.
is.
Yeah.
You just do it because
Yeah, totally.
it can be done.
Yeah.
And can
That's really
I
good.
ask then about like your family? Were they
Yeah.
like, okay, bye, Brandon?
Well, that comes later. So like that's why I ended up here because my mom was here.
Okay.
So I came here to visit my mom after traveling all over the place, and I was like, "This is a pretty cool town. Maybe I should come check this place out."
Yes.
You know,
Absolutely.
here we are, 20 years later.
And then,
Yeah.
yeah. Is mom still here?
No, she lives in Phoenix now. She
Nice.
she
She left
deserted
you.
us.
Thanks, everybody.
Usually people do that the other way around.
Yeah.
Start in Phoenix and then discover Prescott. And they're like, hey.
Yeah, I had to spend a year in Phoenix when I first came here to get a job. So I got a job in Phoenix. And then that job brought me back to Prescott. It's funny how the circle goes, how your
yeah.
life
Yes.
goes. Everything leads to where you kind of want to go.
Yeah.
You know, you will it to happen almost.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
my
really
word.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now with
Fun.
the gypsy lifestyle, I mean,
Yeah.
that's
I
kind of
love
like that's
that.
kind of like it's just ingrained.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
think in your
You
personality.
do have to be a
For
certain
sure.
personality type to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that, like it sounds like you're entrepreneurial as well. I think those things
Yeah.
kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah, they
and
do.
so once you're in Prescott, what are those things that you begin to put your hand to? Because you're not physically traveling as much, but as your mind is
Right.
seeing different areas to explore, what do you put your hand to when you're here?
I worked construction for a while when I first got here, and then the crash of 2008.
Yeah.
Construction kind of went right out the window. So
Yeah.
then I had to find something else to do, and I started doing art of all things.
Okay.
Metalwork. So I've always been a
Metalwork.
welder. And somebody asked me one day, like, can you build this? And I said, I think so. I can build that. So I built one. And then, of course, the chain reaction goes, like,
word of
their
mouth.
friend sees that, and their friend's like, their friend wants one, and then
Yeah.
their friend wants one, and the next thing you know, you're a metal artist.
Okay.
Wow. What was the first
Yeah.
thing you built? What was it?
It was a wind chime. 9-foot
nice.
wind chime.
9 feet?
Yeah, I built it out of car drive shafts.
Oh my
wow.
gosh.
Yeah.
My husband would love that.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, so everything was car related in the wind chime.
Okay.
Wow. Do you
Hopefully
still do
they live
something
way
like
out
that?
in the
I do,
country.
Yeah, I know. I was saying the wind chime, we have one. My husband got me one for our anniversary.
Yeah.
And I had to put it way out in the backyard.
Yeah.
Because this side neighbors were not happy about it.
No.
But if it was made out of car parts, I don't know. It might have to come closer to the house because that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It sounded good. That's
Yeah.
awesome. It was neat.
And so do you still do metal work?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. I've done
What
it
is
since
the name of your company?
Eubanks Designs
Eubanks Designs.
with an E. EUBANKS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And it's eubanksdesigns.com.
.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what sort of projects are you working on now?
Well, I'm doing a deck right now that has nothing to do with metalwork.
Okay.
Is there
But
gonna
I'm
be
doing that
some
at my
metal
house.
on
I'm doing
the
that at
deck?
my house. So yeah. So the last project I did were for a couple ladies. It was a like a screen because they had a house like right below them.
Yes.
And then
Oh,
that house
yeah.
could see like right into their house, and they're
Right.
like, we don't want just a fence or anything. So I built them this cool rusted screen.
Oh my gosh,
That's
that's
incredible.
cool. Because there's a lot of that around here.
Oh,
so
yeah. Building right on top of each
if
other.
you're, one of those people where you're looking down at your neighbor, they're looking up.
Yeah.
Eubanks.
Yeah, it ended up architectural. I do a lot of architectural nowadays.
Okay.
Like railings and stuff. And I think a lot of artists go that
Yeah.
way. It's just because that's what people want.
Yeah. Sure.
I started off in galleries and I built like birds and skulls and super cool stuff out of recycled metal.
Yeah.
And now I've gotten away from that, which sometimes it kind of sucks. Like I kind of want to go back to my roots sometimes.
To the creative.
Yeah, to like creating what I want and putting it in a gallery and see if it sells.
Yeah.
And now it's just like railing and screens, and I mean it's fun too.
Yeah.
And it's cool to put your artistic touch on like a railing or a screen or something.
Yes.
Nice.
So I know like painting artists, they'll put their signature. Do you have some sort of signature
I do
that
have
you
a
do?
signature, and I haven't been marking my stuff with signatures like the architectural stuff because I don't feel it's like real art. That could be argued, I guess.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah,
just
I
because,
would argue that.
Yeah, it could be
It's
argued.
handmade.
Yeah,
It's
true.
art.
That's true.
But there's that thing of, I think like you were talking about before, Brandon, like where it comes in your mind, you conceive it. It's not something that someone's coming at you with
Yep.
saying, hey, it has to fit these parameters, and you
True.
can add a little artistic touch. Like there's that creative piece of giving birth, if you will,
Yeah.
to something that you have completely designed, crafted, and now brought to formation.
Yeah.
That
I think
is
you
a
hit it
little
on the
different.
head there. Those were my ideas in my head, and I came up with that art.
Yeah.
These things that I'm doing these days mostly is other people's ideas. This
Right.
is this is what we'd like to see, and then I
Right.
just put my spin on it, which is great.
Right.
I'm having fun doing that too.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like my level of craftsmanship is really high compared to most of the stuff that's out there these days because I take pride in what I do, which is
Yeah.
not normal.
No.
Yeah.
Most people just want the check.
Bang it out,
So
get
I
it
think
done.
that the pride behind the craftsmanship is not normal out there in the world these days. And I think that it's important to have that craftsmanship out there, and it'll be there long past when I'm gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that's really cool.
Wow.
An interesting sort of tie here. She's my wife's grandma. She actually got into metalwork when she was 80.
That's right.
So
I remember you
she went to
saying that.
Yavapai College, and here she is with all these kids, and they're like, hey, why?
80
and she's like, no,
years
I'm here for the
old.
welding
Isn't that
class.
cool?
Incredible.
So she added
It's
onto
never
her
too late.
house to have her own welding shop, and did some stuff that's actually on display out at the town of PV at their library. She's got a few pieces out there,
Really?
Cool.
and she put some stuff in galleries. She did these little bird bath type things, and then one of her friends did stuff with gourds and then turned the gourds into birds, and so she would do the metal work for those
Whoa.
things, and that was really cool.
That
so
is very cool.
That's
At
like
80
sort of
years
this.
old.
Yeah,
I
And
love that.
She's always been she's that creative
Yes.
type where there's always something new. She's like, I don't care how old I am, I have to be doing something new. I want to learn
Oh my
more. And
gosh,
so
that makes me so
It's a
happy.
really cool thing to be able to work and especially in metal, I think.
Yeah.
But that's awesome, Brandon. So what would it take to get you back to a place where you could do some things?
Yeah.
Is it just time, or is it?
Well, I want to turn my phone off here.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. Time.
Yeah.
It's really place, like where you're at in life.
Okay.
You know, like right now, I don't have a big shop. I've had several shops in the past, and I don't have a great working space. And I think it takes the working space and the time, and your mind has to be in the place to create.
Right.
Like I used to, when I first started, I used to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning with this crazy idea, right? Like I got to draw this. I'm not a very good drawer.
Yeah.
But I would draw it down
Get it on
so I
paper.
remember the vision.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't do that anymore because I've kind of lost the passion for like creating that type of art.
Okay.
I mean, I do want to get back into it.
Yeah.
And there's some ideas I have that I've never got to do.
Okay.
And so I do want to get back into it. But right now it's just like, you know, I'm doing other things like chain events. So the mountain biking thing is like taking priority, right?
Gotcha.
So like creating websites, and like when you create a business like a mountain biking event company, there's so many facets. It's not like just I'm going to create this little piece of art and put it in a gallery.
Right.
There's like website and like all this crazy social media stuff that I'm not good at.
Yes.
Yeah.
Podcasts.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Tell us the name of your mountain biking
Chain
company.
Events.
Chain Events.
Yeah, and
If
the-
someone wanted to look that up,
chaineventsracing.com.
chaineventsracing.com.
Yep.
And we apologize because you have a hat.
I do.
That says that.
I
And
wasn't
we
ready. They
pulled you
wrangled
in.
me in. They literally roped me in
Yes, we did.
and
It
said,
was-
"How
it was
about
a-
we do one today?"
That's
I
right.
didn't do my makeup. Yeah, I wore the wrong hat.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No
But
sport coat.
we're getting it out there. And tell us more about that. How'd that come about? What's the conception of that idea that led to a business?
Well, I'm a writer.
You're a writer.
I'm a mountain biker.
R-I-D,
Yeah.
not a writer, but a
I'm
rider.
a mountain biker. And
Okay, and Jeremy is too.
yeah, and I
mean,
just
you
saw a need for
Consider
it.
yourself that, right? Like,
I love mountain biking.
Yeah.
I have yet to compete because
Okay.
I'm too scared.
Well, you know,
Well-
sometimes competing takes the fun out of it too, because then it becomes a serious. And when you train, it's like a job.
Right.
So I've done both. I've raced and ridden for fun, for my own personal satisfaction. And when you train super hard and you're riding your bike every day and you have to go out, it's not like, well, I got this and this and this to do today, so I maybe I won't ride. You have to ride. You have a training program, and you have to do all this. You got to check the boxes.
well,
yeah.
I'm out.
And once you check the boxes, it becomes a job. And
Yeah.
it kind of takes the fun out of it sometimes.
I could see
gotcha.
that.
Except for when you win, then it's awesome.
And is there like prize money? Is there
Yeah,
like
in the higher levels, when in the pro category, there's prize money,
Okay.
but it's not very much.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it's really for the love of it
it's
then.
for the love.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for the love.
This
Yeah.
is all foreign to me. I
No.
mean, wow.
It's a blast, and we live in an incredible area.
That is very
a great
true.
trail system, and it's always expanding. There's some really good stuff that the city has done,
Yeah.
in conjunction with the Forest Service, and so we actually see a lot of really cool, sort of that group effort, people working together, which is
Yeah.
great, and
Yes.
which doesn't happen everywhere.
Yeah.
So that government agencies and entities are working together to actually make this a really great destination for mountain biking
Yep.
and other outdoor activities.
I think you shared once your favorite trail. Did you say it was Lynx Lake?
Well, so I had a default trail because I live close there. And so, 305 and that section.
62 Ranch Trail.
is really nice. So there's some good stuff
That's
over
kind of
there.
your
Yep.
go-to. What
That's
about
my
you? Do you have a
go-to.
favorite
No, I
one?
don't have a favorite.
Okay.
It's just what I want to do at the time. See, we have a lot of cross country trails, and sometimes I like to ride the more technical downhill stuff, which we don't have a lot
We
of.
don't have, no.
Oh, okay.
But we have this we have two factions here: the PMBA and the Downhill Coalition.
What's PMBA for
Prescott
people that
Mountain
don't?
Biking Association.
Okay, thank you.
And then the Downhill Coalition, and they've recently got a plan approved to build gravity trails. I was going to call them downhill trails, but they're gravity trails.
Gravity trails.
Yeah, where gravity accelerates you, and you do like a berm and like a jump, and we've got to prove to basically kind of do what has already been done, and we're modeling it after another trail. I think it's in Truckee or Tahoe.
Okay.
And they're tabletops, so they're not. It's not going to be like a super aggressive, like where you see these big double moto jumps and stuff. It's not going to be like that.
Okay.
But it'll have
all the scary stuff where people do like
it's not going to be
backflips.
scary,
Okay.
but it will be something different than
Yeah.
what we
No, that's
already
really good.
have, because we have like 400 miles of trails now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
wow.
all like mainly cross country.
Right.
It's
That's
all
why we love
kind
it.
of the same trail.
Right.
We have greens and blues and black trails, which is on the Prescott area map. And
Right.
you can tell what trails are what. but we don't really have any aggressive, like tabletop, berm, fun, playful trails.
Yeah.
And we're going to get those soon.
That's
I think that's going to really
exciting.
round out what we have here in Prescott.
That's
Oh,
really
that's
cool.
great.
That's
Yeah, I
really
think it's
cool.
gonna be
And when do
exciting.
they expect that to be done?
That's a good question.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a
But
good
they're
question.
working on it.
Yeah, they're working on it. The question is how quickly is it going to happen? Because we've been
Okay.
trying to do this for years now.
I was
Oh,
going to say,
really?
it seems like it would be ripe for it because
Yeah.
that's that type of park and that kind of thing with our weather here and the number of days that we have that are not only sunny, but dry and just it seems like it would be a great spot for it.
It
So,
super is. We just expanded the pump track. I don't know if you guys saw that.
yeah, it's really
Yes.
fun. I was
So we
out
used to
there.
have a
Down
small
here
pump
at the-
track.
I'm
and now it's
terrible
way
at it.
bigger.
Granite,
Yeah.
is it Granite Park?
Yep, Granite Creek
Yep.
Park.
Granite Creek
Granite
Park.
Creek Park, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that. Is
Yeah.
it good? I mean, is it
Yeah.
decent?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, Humana from PMBA, she helped expand that thing. A whole bunch of people actually in town were involved with that.
Oh,
but
fun.
It was super cool.
That's good.
I was really glad. So I decided I was going to go out and try this thing. And I've never done a pump track, but like watched some videos. Like if you want to really increase your skills, this is a great way to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
To kind of see where you're deficient. And so I go out there and I was so glad there's like one homeless dude that was just watching me the whole time. There's nobody
You're an
else.
audience,
I knew
yay.
like I've seen okay, bye guys.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing okay.
It's real life.
sir.
It shows this
It
is
is.
it.
It's real life
here.
man.
It is.
And
No stopping.
I've seen other times where there's like little kids out there and they're catching air, they're zooming around
Oh,
this
how
thing. So I was glad it
fun.
was just like me and like oh gosh, my fear, and one homeless guy.
You just gotta watch how the little
Alright,
kids do it and
good.
copy them.
Oh,
Yes, do what they
it's
do.
crazy. It's amazing. So then, what events do you have coming up as part of
Yeah,
Chain
So
Events?
Tell us
March
about
is my
that.
first. It's called the Howler.
The
Howler.
Yeah, and it's an
All
endurance
Oh,
event.
that
Oh,
makes me a
wow.
little
Okay.
nervous.
So last year it was 9 mile loops, and notoriously it's kind of smaller loops.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is like a lot of the faster guys do like 10 loops, 11
yeah.
loops.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So they're not. They do
So over a
100
given
miles
set of time,
in
right?
6
my
hours.
Yeah.
word.
So it's a 6-hour event. So it's how many laps you can do in 6 hours.
Oh my goodness.
And so what I'm going to do this year, I'm going to make it more like 14 miles.
Okay.
So you do less laps. Because
Gotcha.
at your 7th lap, you're like, do I got to do this again?
Right.
Okay.
But the cool part about it is you get to know the course, so you get faster and faster because you know what corners are coming up and you know how to cut them and how to turn and
Yeah.
and I think it trains your body a little bit more too. So because like you can take the corner a little bit different. Oh, that worked better.
Nice.
After 7 laps, you can kind of pick out which way you did it worked better. Which
That's
one was
awesome.
your faster lap? You know what I mean?
I don't know if it was that. Did you put it on the last year as well?
Yeah,
That same event?
I did, yeah.
There was a guy who used to be one of the kids' coaches at the middle school, and he does
Okay.
a single speed, and
Yeah.
he was kicking butt of like people who have gears, and it was
Man.
crazy. Coach Owens. But yeah, so no gears, just one speed, and he's like. I can't remember how many laps he did. It was
Oh, my word.
outrageous, but it draws all kinds of people with all kinds of bikes, and it really
I
is a
love
cool
that.
community.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
people do. I've noticed just from some of the stuff that we've gotten to observe, and you can probably speak into this. Well, you can speak into this
Yeah.
more. But even though it's a competition, man, people are pulling for each other, and so there's more of that community aspect. There's not as much, from what I've seen, that machismo
Yeah.
or that thing of just like,
Right.
oh, I'm here, you're here.
Yeah.
But there's like that collective, like they're all there cheering people on and
Yeah.
really encouraging younger riders and giving tips and advice. So I don't know, it's a really cool community.
Yeah, the biking
Like
community
that.
is very supportive
Yeah.
of each other. For sure.
So
That's
what
good.
would you, going forward, what would you like to spend more time doing? Investing in the mountain bike racing business or more of your art?
I think it's a balance.
Business.
I like them both.
So you like 'em both?
Yeah, it's a balance for me. I want to get the races to be more professional. I think, because I'm new at the races,
Mm-hmm.
I've only been doing this. I bought the company from Ron Hart probably
okay.
2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's pretty new.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make it something that's like professional and people really respect. And
Yeah,
this year,
build a
it's,
name.
it's been cool this year and it's been growing and I've been getting support and sponsorships and
It's awesome.
That's
it's,
good.
It's been really good. So next year I want to make it better than this year.
Yep.
You
Yep.
want
Just
to
keep
progress,
improving.
right? So
Yes, we
we're really
do.
taking the time and I want to talk about the party is what I want to talk about.
Oh,
party
there's
festival.
a party.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is what's going to grow and be huge.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
do a 3-day. Last year was our first year, and it was great. So we get all these great bands, and we do a bikes festival / music festival.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, and it was 2 days this year, and next year it's going to be 3 days: Friday,
Okay.
Saturday, Sunday.
Felt like you needed to add a day.
Yes, for sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So what it is basically we do all these different rides in the morning that you can choose to go on.
Okay.
And we wanted to do bike demos, but this year with COVID, we didn't get any. They weren't doing bike demos this year.
Okay.
So next year we're going to try to have bike demos where people can come and actually test out bikes on those trails.
That's
Do one of
fun.
the morning rides with the bike.
Yeah.
And just really see how it handles and see what they want to buy.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have vendors there. So you can go on a ride in the morning. And then when you get back, music starts around 12.
What a blast.
And then it's music all the rest of the day.
Oh,
wow.
So it's a music festival.
Fun.
And then you can go talk to the vendors in between. There's going to be cool games.
Nice.
It's going to be
And it's going to be
super
here in
Yeah,
town?
yeah. All my events are in Prescott
And then
right
there's
now.
the
That's awesome.
awesomeness of Prescott where
Yeah.
people can go and eat or, try out some other of our trails.
Well, that's the other thing. So we have a whole bunch of food trucks there.
Yeah.
So we have food trucks, we have
That's
food, we have a beer
fun. I
garden.
love a good food truck.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. I love
No,
it.
and there seems to be that's a great place those things intersect because we're
Yes.
starting to get a lot more food trucks and
Good.
diversity of
Bring
that
'em.
food. So
Yeah.
Love
that
it.
sounds like a great event. And so when is that again?
So last year is June 5th and 6th. This year it's going to be a little earlier because our original theory with this event was like Coachella meets Sedona Bike Festival
Okay.
meets Burning Man.
Oh,
because
wow.
we encourage people to like dress up all crazy and get in costume, right?
Wow.
So
All
you
right.
get
As long as they
people-
stay dressed, right? Again,
Well, I mean, that's
Woodstock.
optional too. I mean, it is a family-friendly
Woodstock,
environment, so
Is this Prescott?
yeah, we're all naked. Really, we're all naked.
Jeremy's out.
But it's really a super fun event this last year, and I just want to really grow that event.
Fun.
We planned on burning a bike last year. And when I
Okay.
say burning a bike, we
Yeah.
want to build a big wood bike, like a 15-foot tall wood bike, just like Burning Man, and burn it.
Okay.
in June in Prescott.
Well, see, that's the problem. Well, see, here
Okay.
lies the problem.
Yeah.
Fire.
Again, planning. You know, it's all you
He's
learn. You
thinking
learn from
fire,
your dates.
prevention.
Well, the other problem with biking is it's very popular, and there's other races, and the racers take things very seriously when it's race season.
Oh, okay.
And
So you gotta.
there's a couple like series that people do in their training and their racing, and those dates conflict. Like I can't throw an event
Right,
because
you
I'm
gotta be
smaller
careful.
that conflicts with those bigger
Oh,
events
yeah,
where
it's
everybody's
no
already
come.
going to be racing at those events. Because if
Yeah.
I throw an event, I'm going to have like 5 people there.
So maybe
Right.
before season starts or
after.
Right, or after. Yeah,
because
that'd be
their
a great
season
way to
starts,
wrap
like,
it
We have a
up.
big
Celebration
series that starts
Yeah.
down in Phoenix in January.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
And then they
'cause-
have like an event every other weekend or
Oh,
every
good
weekend, and I can't compete with
No.
them, so I got to wait until after that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
that's smart.
There's
We'll
schedule
just-
conflicts.
How about we burn them?
Yeah. Well, it's a
Then
great race
what are you doing?
series.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fine.
Yeah, it's a great race series.
We'll just
Okay.
create the space for you to come in and buy them.
Yes.
And,
Well-
no, that's good.
I want to do my own thing.
All right.
Yeah, they already got it. They already
I like
got it down. They got
That's
their.
cool.
They throw a professional event. They got their racing down, and
That's cool.
It's Timber
All
Set.
right.
Shout out.
There you go. Yes. We like a good shout out.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, Brandon, hey, thank you so much
Yeah.
for taking a few
For
minutes. I
letting
know
us
it was.
literally pull you in.
We did. We
Yeah.
did.
been
There
fun.
was some physical aggression on our
was.
part, which isn't like us, but it's going to be
No.
increasingly
Yes.
like us. So, but thank you so much for
Yes.
taking a few moments
Thanks
to
for
talk
having
about
me.
what you do,
Yeah.
and we'll definitely provide those links to not only your metalwork, but then the bikes as well.
Yes.
So that'd be awesome.
Yep.
And thank you so much, everyone, for joining us, for getting together. And we hope that you like, subscribe, and share. Share. And we would love to hear your comments down below. Some of the people that you think are just kind of that essential Prescott thing, what you
Yeah,
like to
need
do.
to be on the show.
Tell us what your favorite trails are and what you like to do in the Prescott area. We'd love to hear more about what makes you interested in this awesome place that we call
Yeah,
home.
we call
So
it
thank
home.
you very much for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Cheers, Prescott.
Yay.
Yay.